Hello, critics. This is RatedT.S.M, and this is episode 7 of Campus Life, and it's all about time management. And yes, my hair is a mess, but I'm going to wash it. So when it comes to time management, you really just have to make a schedule. And when it comes to college, it really all comes down to your class schedule. Now, I'm going to assume that for most colleges, and I have no facts on this, I know based off of my college and my friends' college experiences, and from what I mostly hear, but freshmen don't get to make their own class schedule their first semester. And even for other colleges I applied to, that wasn't the case. So, yeah, you're just going to have to deal with what you deal with. But you're going to just have to deal with, with what you get your first semester. And you might like the schedule that you get your first semester, or you might hate it. For me, I got 8 a.m.s and 9 a.m.s. I don't mind the 9 a.m.s at all. The 8 a.m.s, I just didn't feel like... I guess you could say, oh, that's an hour difference. But for me, I needed those 9 hours of sleep. And to get 9 hours of sleep, that would mean I have to go to bed at 10 o'clock. And I just didn't want to do that at all. The earliest I wanted to go to bed was 11 o'clock. So for my second semester, my earliest class came at 9 a.m. because I would just go to bed at 11, wake up at 8, and I was good. Especially since I didn't need that much time to get ready. But more like 11:15, 8:15, very strict schedule. And for this semester upcoming, I'm going to be taking 9 a.m.s on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. No classes on Tuesday and Thursday, which pretty much means I have 6 classes on Monday and Wednesday, and 4 classes on Friday. You might say that I'm crazy, but I did do this last semester. I think I only had 3 classes on Friday last semester. But last semester wasn't because I wanted to. It's because I'm a freshman, bottom of the totem pole, and because when my scheduling time came, all the classes basically just filled up, except for my Japanese class. And that was the only class that I could get. And I had to make a whole new schedule, rework the entire thing, and tell my advisor. What a shame. But after that semester, which did not end up the way I wanted to end up, whereas I had Thursdays off, but I had a lab on Tuesday. I figured, okay, actually, I like this schedule. I'm going to repeat this. So I did the same thing again. Obviously, I just have 9 a.m.s, like I said, and I'm going to be taking 6 classes, and I will have Tuesdays and Thursdays off. And basically, I already know what I'm going to be doing with those Tuesdays and Thursdays, since I am going to pretty much be going to bed at 11 and waking up at 8, like I did last semester, as much as I could. I didn't always do it, but I pretty much set schedule. I am going to probably be studying in the morning and doing homework in the morning, or I'll do it night before and probably just lally-gag and have all this fun as much as I can on Tuesdays and Thursdays, because I'm the type of person where, okay, I either start things as early as I possibly can or just push them off a little bit till later. Not really a last minute type person. I have done things at the last minute, but generally, I'm more of a either start right away or find some convenient time to do it while I'm doing other things like clubs and whatnot. And I would say that this works pretty well for me because I know myself and I know what my needs are as a person. And I know how I operate and what I'm going to do. I know when I'm going to be lazy. I know when I'm going to, bum off and or whatever. And I know... or not bum off, bum around and whatever. And I know when I'm going to just be, focused and pay attention to the work that I'm doing. Now, that is not to say, obviously, that as nice as some people think it sounds, or as crazy as some people think it sounds, that you should go around taking 6 classes on Monday, Wednesday, and 4 classes on Friday, and have no classes on Tuesday and Thursday. Works for me. It works for me well, and I like it. And people will say I'm lucky. People will say I'm crazy, but it could be really bad for somebody else to do something like that. For some other people, it could just end up being this. You could just be a mess. You could just be falling apart from the idea that you're taking 6 classes, 2 days, 6 college courses on 2 days a week, and then maybe 4 another day a week. And then you're like this. You have this whole day to yourself, but you're just trying to mentally prepare for the fact that you have all these classes the next day. For me, I just wasn't like that at all. And that's just not the type of person that I am. So I know that I'll be fine the next day. And I won't have to worry about trying to recuperate from having a bunch of classes, the day after. So basically, here's how you can determine what is best for you. Determine if you need to study. I mean, some people, I guess, don't need to study at all, but if you need to study and if you want to have fun and do all stuff, that kind of stuff, try to schedule it out in a way that's best for you. After your first semester, you're just going to have to deal with what you get, but semesters where you get to schedule your classes and you get really good schedules and get really good time frames, just think about this. So some people think that they're going to be able to handle 8 a.m.s because, okay, yeah, I woke up at 8 a.m. for high school. Well, for me, I knew that I didn't want to do 8 a.m.s because, again, I didn't want to go to bed at 10 o'clock just to wake up at 7 o'clock for those 9 hours. So I take 9 a.m.s. However, some people in general are not morning people. They need to sleep in for a really long time and then just wake up later. And they'll be fine. For me, the reason why I need morning classes is because I'm a morning person, for one. And two, if I don't wake up earlier in the day, then I lose all of my motivation and enthusiasm to do anything else, pretty much. Not because I want to, but just because I'm thinking, I'm just laying there and I'm just enjoying that. Just enjoying that whole doing nothing in that moment type thing. So I know that that's why waking up in the morning is for me. And you need to determine whether or not you actually think that waking up in the morning is good for you. And if it is, if you're a morning person and that will translate over into college, then just take morning classes. If you're anything like me. And if you're anything not like me, whereas you won't lose your motivation and you're just like, sleeping in, this is great, then please do that. Because it's not worth the risk of missing classes because you're not a morning person. It's not worth the risk of possibly getting a pop quiz and failing it because you're just not there and whatnot. And you didn't even give a notice or anything. So obviously, if you do figure out what's best for you, and maybe you're a morning person, but you want to take classes later because you know that you're going to study in the morning, then do that as well. And if you know that you're a morning person, you utilize the morning to the best of your abilities, whatever that means for you. And if you know that you're, more of an evening person, use that to the best of your abilities, whatever that means for you. Because I know for me that if I take classes at night, I'm just not going to want to do it. And that's when all the clubs are happening, is during evening times. So if you're not even interested in clubs, then you probably wouldn't even care about that. It just depends on what's good for you. And I'm really happy that my first semester that I got pretty much no true evening classes. My latest class ended at 17:40, which is what it ended at the last semester and will be ending at this semester. I do not like classes that go from 16:25 to 17:40. But hey, you get what you get when you try to schedule your classes the best way what's best for you. And that is all I have to say for that. Good night, critics. I will enjoy washing my hair, even though it is quite